Even as storms now rage to bring down the person who started it all, Lalit Modi. We'll have developments on that coming up as we go along as well. But on the program tonight, do professional politicians get away with corruption more easily than professionals in politics? Let's first get the Congress perspective in. Jayanti Natarajan joining us. We hope, Jayanti, today you'll be able to speak more freely than you normally are able to about Shashi Tharoor.
Yes, well, I think we've always spoken freely. The matter was, until now, Barka, something that had very little to do with the party. And it was Mr. Tharoor in his individual capacity who was explaining, who explained his stand. And we were really waiting for the Prime Minister to take whatever stand he wanted to take. But to come to the actual point of your debate about professional politicians getting away and whether professionals in politics find it more difficult. I don't believe that the fundamentals differ, whoever they are. I believe the fundamentals are the same, and I believe that those who are guilty of wrongdoing should be punished. And I believe that Mr. Tharoor did the right thing, living up to the best traditions of Indian democracy.
Jayanti, what do you mean? Jayanti, sorry, I know this is that pat line and I don't mean to interrupt you, but did the right thing? He refused to resign in that interview to me. He did not offer his resignation in the morning meeting with the Prime Minister. Effectively, he was asked to leave. What's the right thing in that?
Well, yes, I'm not talking about the party as well as Mr. Tharoor. He did put in his papers after the Prime Minister probably explained. I don't know what exactly happened with him. I did see that interview and I take your point, Barka. But the fact is, I'm really at pains to point out the larger picture that as a party and as members of this party, the Congress has always taken a high moral stand on these issues, which other parties never take. So what I am at pains to point out is that the standards don't change with the kind of background that you come from, and it depends upon a party, upon the leadership, upon the collective responsibility of the party. And the Congress as a party, no matter what, all of us are professionals in politics as well. I don't know what you mean when you say professional politicians. All of us are professionals in politics as well. And I don't believe that basic standards change for anyone. And in this case also, the Congress has proved that it stands by the highest traditions of democracy.
Okay, I have more questions on that, but we'll let the panelists raise some of them. Professor Nanda, you were trying to make a point. Do you take Jayanti's point that we're all politicians and why are you putting Shashi Tharoor into this other club? But the fact is that he was always pitched as this outsider in politics.
Absolutely.
But the irony is it's an old-style scam. Although Shashi Tharoor may want to tweet about New India, it's actually the oldest scam in the world. The accusation of corruption that took him down.
Yes.
It wasn't his tweeting in the end that took him down. It was the allegation of corruption.
Yes,
so,
but people were waiting for that, I guess.
People were waiting for that?
Yes,
you mean the Congress was waiting for that?
Yes, many of his colleagues were waiting for it, I guess. And I suspect that there was something in Tharoor's style that didn't click with hard-boiled politicians. Indian politics is not a place where they appreciate, how should I put it?
Flamboyance?
Flamboyance.
Vanity?
He was not vain. He was a bit of a smart aleck. And wry humor. You know, wit. Humor is okay, but not wit, because there is a cutting edge to wit.
But isn't this about corruption? Neither about flamboyance, nor about wit, nor about tweeting or being a twit. This is about corruption.
Some of the persons accused of multi-million-dollar corruption talking loudly about nationalizing the IPL.
Lalu Yadav.
And so on and so forth. I mean, it's comical. So I don't think it is about corruption. It is about that style, that somehow they sense that this man will not elicit sympathy in a large section on the Indian electorate.
The other way.
Tuba.com